Okay, we're back. We're back. So if you're just joining us in the future and you're wondering what the heck's going on, had to split the live stream into 2 bits because it's Friday the 13th, and anything that can go wrong will go wrong. It is Murphy's Law Day, and I just had some technical issues with my camera and my microphone, and I got cut off. So if you are joining us in the future, this is a continuation of It's Friday the 13th, indeed, cast. So we're back. We're at it. We're doing it again. We're here to kick names and take ass. That's what we're here to do. Yes. So, yeah, there's some ridiculous stuff going on. I don't know how it'll turn out. I really don't. I wish I could say with any kind of certainty what's going to happen. Just keeping busy, doing what I can. Of course, I'm going to start teaching the lessons. Now I got Earl's help with the stuff too. That's gonna go far. So thank you very much. Of course, other things you can do if you're just joining us. Talking about how I'm basically jobless right now. things you guys can do to help, free things and things that cost a small monthly amount, but appreciative for everything that everybody's doing for me and how you guys are all rallying together to try to help me. So thank you very much. Again, you can check out Audible. You can purchase things from my affiliate links. You can visit Teespring and pick up some Magic Minute swag. And you can join my Patreon, which all those things will help me fabulously. So thank you. Let's get back. Let's stop talking about that. And let's get back to the live stream. Justin's asked, you find a photographer for street videos yet? No, I have not. So that's been. Hi, Ed. I'm addressing a question that Justin had for me, but it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. The mouth magi. Gee whiz. That guy. So Justin asked me if I have found a photographer or videographer for my street videos yet. No, I haven't. I have somebody in mind, but I'll have to pay him. He's a friend of mine, but he's a professional and he deserves to be paid for his time. So he's somebody I'm wanting to ask, but that's something I would really like to do, doing some street videos. Me just going out and performing with people. Though right now, I don't know how well that's going to carry over. It's everybody's on lockdown. It's very difficult to. The climate is such that it's not great. Might have to wait on that for a little bit. Don asks, "Can you do some busking?" Nope. I wish I could. Here's the thing. Busking might be fabulous if we were somewhere else, but in Dallas doesn't even have any busking laws on the books. When I first moved to this area, I tried to call a couple different city governments and ask them about getting a street performer's license, and they looked at me like I was crazy. Said, "What are you talking about? You want to put on a parade or something? You want to shut down the street?" And I said, "No, I'm not looking for a I'm looking for a busker or street vendor permit, and they don't have any such thing on the books. So no, if I were to do that, I would be arrested as a panhandler. So no, I can't busk. And if I thought that was an option, I'd be out there right now. I'd be like, guys, sorry, canceling the live stream. I'm going to go down to the city center that's a little ways for a lot of foot traffic, and I'm going to go bust my hump day and night until I got through this. But no, you can't. You can't, which sucks. And I don't know why, because Dallas has a place called the West End, which used to be a real happening place, lots of restaurants and bars, kinds of stuff, and it has died. It has completely died. Excuse me, gentlemen, I have to let my cat out. Come on. I feel like Fred Flintstone letting the saber-toothed tiger out of the house. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. They're your modern Stone Age family. And from the town of Bedrock. Okay. There a page right from? Yeah. So, I'm trying to catch up with all you guys' comments here. Let's see what we got. We got people will be bored sitting at home. I'm going to be one of them. I sure am. Well, what I'm going to do, to redouble my efforts. See, if this would have happened like 6 to 8 months from now, see, I've got all plans and all these things in motion where I'm trying to plan out some exclusive content or some videos that would be behind a paywall, some other products, some digital products, some other things. I've been working really hard on trying to find more things, digital things that I could offer for sale. And in 6 to 8 months' time is whenever I had planned to launch that and make a bigger show of my my business offerings or my magic offerings on the internet. But I'm not there, and I don't have enough time to put out a quality product right now. Everything just went whoop, and then it's gone. So if this had happened in another 6 or 8 months, I would be in a much better position to do something. So it sucks, but it will safeguard me in the future. I won't have to worry about it so much later as I start to build out my business here on the internet and build up the Magic Minute into an actual business. And then it'll be, well, I consider it an actual business right now, just not a profitable one. But, that would be nice. So I wish it just would have, if it was going to happen, it would have just held off for a little bit. But rarely in life do we get the things we want. So Burn asks me, busking equals street performing, or what's busking? Yeah. Busking is like, if you go out to like San Francisco or something, you see those people that are like the living statues, or people who will like run and jump over people with flips, or that will play the drums, which are actually just like turn over 55 or like not 55 gallon drums, plastic drums. It's street performers who are out there, people playing the guitar in the New York subway, got their case open, you drop a couple bucks in. That's a busker. That's somebody who is doing street performance and then asking for donations from the public. Yes, you can't get one of those here in North Dallas. It is considered panhandling, or begging, instead of actually providing some kind of actual experience or entertainment on the street, which it should be. I'm a big fan of busking and buskers, and I think that it adds to a city's character and flavor, and it should be allowed. And just make sure they have a license, and that's not hard, and nobody who professionally busks has any issue with that. Anyway, but no, you can't do that in North Texas, which sucks butt. So, the cat is fake. It's a real cat. It's a real cat. Its name is Schrodinger. I have Schrodinger, and I have, she's my cat for the last 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, something like that. A long time. I've had that cat for a long time. I'm into it Schrodinger. Well, because I'm a dork. But she's a good kitty. Love her. Base Space Forte. Base Space Forte. Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, Base Space? How's all your video game videos going? I admit I have not been back to your channel in a little bit, and I think I was there like maybe a week or two ago, checking in on you. But how you doing? It was good to see you here. Thanks for being here. Michael Myers Magic. I think it's October. We had Friday the 13th as well. Yeah, it's a COVID the 13th. I like that. Yeah, man. Just ridiculous. Earl says, got a family trip planned to the Austin area in June. If you have any magic-centered must-see sites, recommend. Yeah, I do. Hang tight for a second, Earl. I want to, yes. Let me do this, man, because this is something you are not going to want to miss. Oh gosh, I hope they have it. I'm right now. I'm looking at a website. Crud. I don't think they have any right now. That sucks. Yeah, go check this out. And then if you're gonna have to do some more research on your own because I'm doing a live stream and can't dig into all of it here. But you want to look at Esther's Follies, okay? That is a cool place. I remember whenever I was down in Austin for a TAOM convention, like everybody went there and went and saw the magic show. So it was a big deal. They do a heck of a job out there. So you should check to make sure that they actually have a magic program running when you're here. But it's really good. Esther's Follies. Go check it out. That's in Austin. You got it, dude. I know what's up. I know what's going on. I'm hip. I'm cool. I'm with it. I'm I'm a part of the I can't do that. I don't know. I'm not cool. Let's see what else has got. I got so many messages here. Welcome, Basin Earl. Going to join some extra fun. The Magic Minute community at Facebook page. The Magic Minute. Yes, thank you, Justin. Don says, isn't busking protected by the freedom of speech? I think it's actually I don't know, would you call it? Would you put it under right to assemble peacefully? But like in that instance, you still need to have a permit to do that. I don't know. It falls under weird laws because, the reason that they have permits in some places is because, well, yeah, how do you separate somebody who's out there actually trying to provide a service and then somebody who's just walking it up to you with their hand out? From a governmental standpoint, they want to maybe encourage or allow one, but not the other. So how do you do that? Well, you get a license, and then the license allows you to actually be a street performer, and then you can actually, you have to pay taxes and on your earnings and keep up, be allowed to do it. There's a whole other world to that. I know a little bit about it, but if you want to talk about that stuff, I'm happy to talk about it. But yeah, no, it's name a right that you have in the Constitution that you don't have to go do something first. If you want a right to peacefully assemble, if you have over a certain crowd size or it's going to block a major street or business intersection or something, you have to have a permit. So yes, you're allowed to peacefully assemble as long as you ask the government nicely, or you're allowed to have a handgun, right? The Second Amendment, which is a very hot button topic, and I won't bring up my thoughts, and I don't want this to turn into a Second Amendment argument or for or against. You have your opinions. I don't think this live stream to change anybody's on that topic. But you have to have a concealed carry permit, or you have to have there are some states that are like constitutional carry where it says, hey, look, it's what it says. It's right there. If you guys want to change it, you have to amend the Constitution. And so no, need permits. Other places you need a permit to carry a license. Out here, or carry a gun. In Texas, we have open carry laws, and we have concealed. Well, we have open carry laws. We used to have concealed carry, and you couldn't print, and that means that you couldn't see the outline of the firearm through clothing, or have it be revealed if the shirt lifted up or something. But we've moved to open carry, but you still have to submit a concealed carry license to an officer if they want to see it or something like that. There's some, anyway, it's a wiggly law, and it really depends. So basically, there's no right or freedom that you have that you don't still have to play by some kind of rule. So, permits are what it is for street buskers. Your son's name is Schrodinger. That's awesome. I'll ask him if he's a big Sliders fan. Sliders was a TV show back in the 90s. Ask him if he's a big fan of that show, or if you know already. I'd be curious. Byrne says, I adopted a cat from a trash can. I guess she was 5 days old or something. She's not as big as a tiger. You should use her in a magic act or something. You just put the lady in the box, and out comes your kitty. Don, I don't know. I know rights. Same with a lot of rights. I'm going to share my political thoughts here. Yeah, not a really political website. If you want a political website, you can go over to, Louder with Crowder or the Young Turks or something. You can go do that. And that's not what this channel's about. Not about politics. You have to go to another channel for that. We welcome and love everyone here. Not taking any sides politically or religiously or anything. This is a place and a haven for people who love magic. So if you like magic, you're welcome here. Let's see. Esther's Folly is okay. We're going to Wyoming in June. I've never been to Wyoming. It's one of the states I've never been to. It's a place I want to go, but I've never been. Burn says, here you don't need a permission. Everyone just picks a favorite trick or traffic light and starts performing whatever, and then they ask for money. Yeah. That's Mexico, right, though, Burn? Yeah. Yep. That would be awesome. But not Dallas. They ask you to move along, or if you don't, you keep getting caught, then they arrest you. It's not good. Don says Marty Hain fought and won over having a rabbit. Brent says only street markets need a permission here. Okay. Face, is he going to do magic right now? Yeah, I could do some magic right now. You guys want to see some magic? A show of hands or punch in the doobly doo thingy, the thingy thing. Give me a Y if you saw my TikTok. I'd be curious to see if you guys saw my TikTok video. I was on TikTok and it was also on Instagram. So I'd be curious to see who saw that. And if you have any theories about it, I'd like to talk to you guys about that. So Earl, Don, and Burn both all saw it. That's cool. All right. Earl, how about a magic question? How many effects do you think it would have? You should have on hand for a walk-around gig. Depends on how long I'm there and how many people I have to entertain. It's always better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. Pro tip here is that you should always walk in with a case full of magic, right? Even like a briefcase or something. I have some stuff I'm talking to. A fan of this channel is working on something really cool. I can't talk about it too much yet, but they're working on something, or I'm working on something with them on that note, but I can't say too much. But anyway, you want to have like a case or something filled with magic that you can switch out, right? It's filled with, it's organized so that you can switch out things easily and properly tagged and marked, or you can just switch to something at a moment's notice. Because what is nice is to be able to, at a small party that may be going for long of different magic. It's also really nice from a perspective of the client, because the client, if you walk in with just the clothes on your back, even though you're probably skilled enough to perform that way, I certainly like to work in that mode. I don't like carrying extra stuff with me. But if you carry in a case or some kind of tool that makes you look like you're carrying your stuff in, clients seem to like that better. They respond to that better. They don't worry about, they feel more like you're a professional for some reason. If you're doing walk around magic, like where there's high turnover, a restaurant, you don't need to carry that much with you, because you can just do the same 5 or 6 tricks all night long for every table. It's no big deal. So it really depends on the dynamic, the situation, how long you're going to be there, how long they're going to be there. And that, so I hope that answers your question. I don't know if it does fully. If you need some more specifics or whatever, please let me know, and I'll be happy to answer more targetedly. If you sell it, balloon twisting isn't considered a product, not busking. Balloon twisting gets into a weird area, because, balloon twisters actually make a heck of a lot more like in tips than a magician does, because you're giving away an actual physical thing. People tend to value this inflated 7-cent balloon more than a, some kind of experiential thing. So yeah, it is very difficult. I actually have a friend who's a 3-time Guinness World Record holder for balloon twisting, and him and I talk about this a lot. He's like, I don't get it either, but I'm not mad because I'm making mad dough, yo. But they never tend to want to tip magicians as much. I don't know why that. I think it's because of the gift of the physical product. I think that people feel like he's giving me something, so I have to give something back. Whereas with something tangential or experiential like magic, they don't really necessarily feel that way. Yeah, but don't ask me about the. I mean, I think the laws are stupid here in Texas. I think you should be able to busk, and I think it would improve so much. You'd be able to, from a standpoint of a business, if you're wanting, you see those people out there spinning signs and everything. Go check out Nebraska Furniture Mart. They're selling rugs or something. But if you are, and they're getting traffic into the place. Well, if you have entertainers that are good at their jobs, bringing foot traffic by your business storefront, that's awesome, right? Why would you be mad about that? Why would businesses be mad about that? Everybody does better when there's more people in an area spending money. So I don't know. Maybe I'm friends with the mayor of one city and beginning a friendship with a mayor of another city. So maybe I'll start bringing that up to him. I don't know. We'll see. All right, see what else we got going on here. Off topic. This is Justin. It says off topic, but thought I'd share anyway. I have made a plan on how I could own a Corvette used by the end of next year. Well, cool, man. Hey, I'll tell you two things about your parents will tell you the same stuff about owning a Corvette. Buying the Corvette, not the big issue. The part you're gonna lose your butt on though is insurance and repair for the Corvette. Parts and labor for repairing Corvettes is not cheap, and also insuring a Corvette at your age is very expensive. So take that into account. I'm not your pop, but I'm sure your folks will tell you the same thing. Get a safe, practical car that gets you from point A to point B, gets good gas mileage, and has lots of safety features. But don't worry about a Corvette right now. You got a lot of years to get a Corvette. That would be my thing. Don't want to poke holes in the dream, with love. But that's my thoughts. Sorry, buddy. I wish you had that. I hope that all your dreams come true, Justin. Base Forte says, man, if only Alley, code for Allen, where Magic smash busting up against some Smash players, he'd be hyped to watch. I think he'd be main Ganondorf because he uses black magic in the game. I like playing as Ganondorf. Yeah, Ganondorf is awesome. Alan had a video with Diamond Jim. It was about restaurant gigs, but he makes some good points on walk-around gigs. Here's the video. Thank you, Justin. This is why I made you a moderator. You were awesome. Thank you, Justin. Justin says, teen boy driver plus special sports car insurance equals money, 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 money. We have an 87 Chevy truck, and that just needs a new battery. That sounds like a better choice. Man, I don't want to be the guy who goes, sorry, bud, but that's a bad idea. But yeah, you want something safe that gets good gas mileage and is cheap to repair because yeah, like right now, not right now because the whole industry has collapsed, but if on my regular salary that I make or my regular money that I make, I could go out and buy a very nice, expensive sports car. But then I have to pay to maintain it. And if you ever looked at like tires on a sports car, whoo, you could spend more on the tires than you do on the car. Oil changes, depending on the type of car, that can be expensive. Even like, German cars that are not sports cars necessarily, those are expensive. Like VWs and stuff, you're going to spend expensive to insure. Yeah, I am boring and practical. I have a Kia Soul. that is my car. If you guys ever wanted to know what I drive, it's a Kia Soul, and it's a newer 2018 Kia Soul. Bought it brand new off the lot, which I never do. I always buy used, but this one I bought for so little money that it's like I bought a used car. They're very cheap. And are they sexy? No. Are they exciting? No. Are they fun to drive? No. What they are is they're safe and reliable and get good gas mileage, and they're cheap. I put easily 30, 40,000 miles a year on my car, sometimes more. So I need something I can just drive forever. That's what you want to look at, Justin. The vet is just a toy. I also need money for my own place to keep said vet. If you can buy a used car, always do, and never take a loaner. Yeah, well, it's depreciation. As soon as you drive that car off the lot, you've just lost 25%, 30% of the value of the car. So buy a car that has already depreciated. You can get a Maserati Quattroporte for if you get one that's a couple years old, that's like a $250,000 car or something. You can get one that's a couple years old for like 30 grand, which is about middle of the road what most people pay for an automobile. Why am I paying you $250,000 for it today if I buy one that was 2 or 3 years old that's only 30,000? I'd much rather buy the Maserati from a couple years ago. So yeah, anyway. But yeah, wait for the depreciation on the car. Earl says, if things are going well come November, you should look into getting the Tricks Magic Convention, going to the Tricks Magic Convention in Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll take a look at it. I'm not aware of that one, Earl. I know about Abercorndabra. I know about Colon, Michigan's magic thing. I know about there's one in Florida, and TAOM, and then there's Magic Live, and those are the ones that I know about. But I haven't heard of Tricks, and so I'd be curious about that. I'd love to hear more about it, or maybe I'll look it up. My hope is, and here's a secret hope, guys, is that after I perform at TAOM this year, I can parlay that and my Magic Minute YouTube channel and what I'm doing on this, and parlay that into some kind of speaking career or engagement where I'm talking about, the experience of performing magic online, teaching magic online, do these little talks wherever at different conventions. That's something I'd like to do, is hop around conventions and go speak at them. Starting to have enough of a fan base. People recognize me from different places. It's weird. I was at Randy Pitchford's house. I don't know if you guys know who Randy is, but he's the owner of Gearbox Studios, a video game company. He also owns Genie Magazine. I'm on a special list to go to his home and see these magic acts that he hires out from Vegas and stuff. He's had Penn and Teller there. He's had Matt King, who I saw recently, David Williamson, John Carney, all these guys. And it's always been really cool. But sorry. Sorry, I'm talking, my mouth's getting dry. But yeah, so they I don't even know where I was going with that. Forget it. Anyway, something rather. But yeah, I'd like to go around and do these different conventions and stuff. I think that'd be really cool. Oh, where I got recognized, I was at his house, and somebody there that was there watching these other magicians as I was meeting Matt King went, "You're the guy from da da da," and I'm like, yeah. So as I'm getting really excited to meet Matt King, somebody else is really excited about recognizing me and where they saw me from. They're like, "I've been staring at the back of your head all night. I know you from somewhere." Like, that's where you're from. And I was like, yeah, that's me. And then I got out of there as fast as I could. I was not prepared for that. I didn't know what I was going to say. So I was like, yeah, dude, well, nice to meet you. Hey, have a good one. Bye. Yeah. So let's see what we got going on here. Checking in on my comments here. Earl says, not sure if they're still looking for lectures, but can't hurt to check. I have a lot to share. Now the thing is that I'm going to be more on the Eugene Berger side of lecturing. I don't really have, I mean, I guess I could prepare some magic that I could teach. I'd probably teach stuff out of old books that might surprise people that was in old books. And then talk about, of course, my experience here on YouTube, improving your magic and those kinds of things. Maybe, you know, what it's like to be on Scam Nation. I think there might be some interest there. And I also have that 20-year series of me performing, you know, going back and critiquing myself as a young magician. And I think there's a lot of value in there because that's never been done in the industry before. So I think that would be really cool. I would love to give some talks and come meet with people and that kind of stuff on those topics about how to improve as a magician and break down performances that I've had and done and show why the inclination is to do it this way, but why it may not be the best way to do it and what would be a better way. And it's almost set up as a workshop. So yeah, if any, I don't know if you are Earl or if you're connected to anybody at the Tricks Magic Convention, I'd love to have you help me get in touch with whoever books lectures. If not, I'm going to have a harder time getting in there because nobody's going to know me from Adam. But you know, I'd love to hear if you're connected to them and who I would talk to. If you could provide an introduction. Justin says, I really hope to make it to TAOM. Love to see you in person. I think I know Minnie is coming. Minnie's supposed to be coming to TAOM. And so I believe Don is as well. I think they're both coming, which would be really cool. If you guys could make it, sweet. You know, I know Brian Brushwood's having his. All right, Don, fingers crossed. It'd be really cool. You know, no pressure. But I think it would be really cool to have like an unofficial Magic Minute meet and greet. I think that'd be awesome. In fact, if I knew enough people were coming in advance, I could get in touch with the TAOM organizers and set something up that's more official. And I'm sure they would be happy for that too. That'd be pretty cool. But that depends on how many people we get to come this year. A Minutemen after party. Yes, that would be cool. I intend to be there the whole time. I think I'm missing probably Monday, but I think I'm supposed to be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, in a very full capacity most days. So yeah, hopefully that'll work. That'll be really cool, and I can introduce you to some of my friends, and there's some really cool people there. Alan is buying me a Corvette. No, I'm not. With love, I'm not. But yeah, I'll reiterate because you know different people are popping in at different times in the live stream. But basically, here's what's happening this week: is that I'm losing my butt on all of the gigs that were supposed to be booked from now till like May, and I still have like a gig or two like in October that haven't told me anything yet. And I'm hoping we'll stay on and, you know, they'll weather the storm and go, okay, yeah, well, things should be fine by about then or whatever. But pretty much anything that I have going on for the next couple months, income is gone. Survival mode right now, doing what I can to try to parse together an income for the next couple of months. If you want to help, that's great. You can take a look at the things I have on offer at Patreon if you want to look at doing that. If you want a free way to help, you can check out an Audible trial. I am sponsored by Audible, and when you sign up for a free trial of Audible, you get 30 days free. You get a try it audiobook, and if you don't like the service, you can cancel it and keep the audiobook. And it still does me a favor. And yes. So the other thing is also Teespring. This lots of ways to help me. If you are so inclined, this would be the time of all times to jump in. So thank you. Thank you for your consideration. And now let's get back to the comments. Uh, Justin says, I was going to man up and try to perform my trick for strangers, but with the virus thing, I don't know if they're still open to such things. You know what, Justin, let's talk about this. This is important. It is extremely important for us as magicians to help people through difficult times. This is our job. This is what we're supposed to do. I'm on here being a little bit moody, I guess you could say, but our job as magicians, our sacred duty as magicians, the magic bug bit us, and now with great power comes great responsibility. Our job is to help others get through difficult times. And everybody here, don't put your own health at risk or your family's health at risk. But if you are in a position where you can make somebody smile right now, you should, and you have to. You have a moral obligation to. So that's my answer to that. This is our job. In times like this, I've been playing. What's the name of that game I'm playing? I used to play it on the PlayStation 3, and now it's on the PlayStation 4. It was the free download for this past month. Shadow of the Colossus. That's what I'm playing right now. I'm playing Shadow of the Colossus. That's super fun if you haven't played it. It's you take down giant colossi, and it's fun. You got to analyze them, and it's kind of like early Monster Hunter is what I would call that. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Mouth magic, baby. Well, if I'm not gonna say that. Never mind. My wife has rubbed off on me in some very good ways. We've been together we've been married for 4 years since just a couple days ago, but been together for 10 years. Been together 10 years, married for 4 of them. And she has taught me a lot about having a filter from here to here, because sometimes things want to come out that I maybe because they're funny, but they probably shouldn't be said. And so that what you saw there, that self-edit, was years of training and hard work from my wife with a rolled up newspaper and a spray bottle. Yeah. Burn says, I only own a Switch, so I know nothing about other console games. I have a Switch too, and we need to be Switch buddies. We need to buddy with the Switches. Justin says, you hear of SWTOR, not sure. Star Wars, The Old Republic? Is that what that is? Do I not care about Star Wars? Yes, I care about Star Wars, and I care about what's been happening to my beloved franchise in recent years, especially that last one. Well, I hadn't seen the very, very last one. I saw the 8, and I didn't like 8. Earl says, I'm with you, Justin. I went to a friend's wedding with pockets full of magic, but couldn't work up the nerve. Finally, my friend asked me to show something. I blew them away. Baby steps. Guys, let me tell you a story here, because this might help you. I'm a professional magician with 12 years on the job and 27 years of doing it total. And let me tell you something. I was extremely shy and could not work up the nerve to show anybody magic. I had a very hard time breaking out of my shell and doing anything. You wouldn't know what to talk to me today or to see how I performed today, but that's only because I had to push past it. And I went, hey, you know what? I want to do this more than I'm scared to do it. And it's a very scary thing. And still I get nerves. I go, people are going to hate me. They're going to think I'm, what the heck am I doing bothering them? He's an idiot. I'm making up their minds about me what I think they're thinking about me. And that's not fair to you or to them. Don't assume what people think about you because you don't know and you can't know. All you can do is go, hi, would you like to see some magic? Yeah, I'd love to see some magic. Yeah, I love magic. Who doesn't love magic? A couple people don't like magic, but yeah, that's what you should do. You should just go find an easy way. I used to peacock a lot. The peacocking is that's what I call it anyway. Whenever you're just doing a thing, and then somebody, if you do that in a public place, you'll get looks. You'll get looks. And people go, I think he's a magician. Is he a magician? I think he's a magician. You should go ask him. And you go, yeah, I'm a magician. Like, having fun that they don't think that you can hear them, but of course you can. You go, would you guys like to see a trick? Because I'd love to show you one, And that's what you should do. Make them come to you. It makes it easier. Jay Noblezada used to have this really great trick that was on the market called self-tying shoelace. I think that's available through Theory 11 now. It was sold originally through Penguin Magic, and now I think it's been repackaged and is being resold through Theory 11. Self-tying shoelace is a perfect way to get people to approach you. Super cool trick. You're walking around, your shoelace is untied. Somebody goes, hey man, your shoelace is untied. You go, oh, hey, great, thanks. Hey, actually check this out. And then you shake your foot and then the shoelace ties itself. It's really cool. And people go, what the heck was that? You'd be like, hey, yeah, you like that? Watch this. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-da, ba-doo. And then you just do all this really cool magic. Yeah, the more you can make people come to you, if you can peacock and get them to approach you with it, you can have an easier time. Just a thought. Let's talk about The Last Jedi, I guess. They ruined what the meaning of a Sith was with that wimpy Kylo. Yeah, he was kind of whiny, wasn't he? He was very whiny. I know I'm a Nah, I didn't like Kylo either. Burn says about performing for strangers. I use my friends or family's members as confidence anglers, especially my brother. You never want to see a magic trick, so I perform a random one to him, knowing he'll ignore, but others will turn around and get interested, and by that time, the nervousness is gone. Canada, it seats 35 people, 2 shows a night, Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, the hard part is venue. Trying to find a venue that won't charge you out the nose for that, because it's going to be slow going to get that started. I don't have a fan base like Sean Farquhar does. I mean, I've got people who follow me and like my thing, but my Facebook fan page, and I can put messages out and everything. But I don't have solid marketing email list for people who are just fans. I don't have a lot of just plain fans who will come see me locally. I have people all over the country and other countries that know who I am and like my magic, but enough to fill 90 seats or whatever a week. That's really tough. It's actually really tough. I've worked with my friend Confetti Eddie at Confetti Eddie's Magic Parlor, where he has a very similar setup. And, depending on the season and what's going on and, his marketing dollars and all of that, he has a trouble filling seats too sometimes. Sometimes it's packed. That's great. But it's a lot of work, and it is really hard to make it pay off. He's able to do it because he owns the building that he does it in or rents it. So he has it anyway. But if you are having to pay a venue to do that, it's very tough, very tough. I've thought about all of these avenues before. I thought about doing a show out of a hotel and then splitting costs with them, or saying, hey, look, you guys get alcohol sales and I get the ticket sales, or we split ticket sales. And I've thought about all of these things. And a lot of them I'm nerfed from doing it right now anyway, because of the whole the outbreak. The whole hotel industry is just suffering too. It's really, really hard to get any traction with anybody right now. But yeah, I have thought about doing that. I have a husband and wife mind reading program that they do out of a hotel every week. And they've told me, this is a grind, man. This is not easy. You will be working your keister off all the time. I believe them. So it's like, there are a lot easier ways to make money than what we're doing. But yeah, I have thought about it done. Justin says I had I had that happen to me. An Army recruiters came up to me and I've heard this story. Yeah, that's really cool. All right, I'm reading these. I'm just reading your stories, guys. So I'm just trying to keep up. Looks like Earl's leaving. I saw. See you, Earl. Earl, thanks for being here, man. And thank you for becoming a patron. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy what's on offer at Patreon. So thank you very much. Really appreciate you. Ti Lycus. Illusion stated it nicely. Now is a good time to learn new tricks. Are you going to build up a new routine, tricks, or focus on the online things? I think what I'm going to do is focus on online things. I'm gonna work on maintaining and strengthening my relationships with other event industry professionals. We are basically about to start a support group where we just go and hug each other and cry it out. That's that's pretty much at the point we're at right now. Everybody I've talked to everywhere is going through the same thing that I am. I'm not special in this instance at all. I am just one face on a much larger thing. So yeah, we're all having a hard time. And so what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to be there for my brothers and sisters in the events industry and strengthen my relationships with them so that whenever it's time to rock and roll, we're all ready, ready to hit the ground running. And then I'm going to work on the online stuff. If I've got a lot of extra free time, I'm going to be busting hump on putting out the best quality content I possibly can, keeping my patrons happy, prepping for TAUM for my close-up show. There's plenty of stuff. Being a father, that's a lot all by itself. I've got I have a lot of things to keep me busy if I'm not working, but keeping the lights on is going to be challenging. So I'm going to do what I can. I'm divided. I have to wear a lot of hats, being a husband and a father and a provider and also, all of these other things that I've started and things that I'm trying to do. I have multiple streams of, I'm trying to build multiple streams of income and, kind of position myself in ways where if one gets cut off, I'm not totally dead. That's what I was hoping the Magic Minute would hope eventually become. And I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. Through wonderful support and people like you guys who show up and like what I'm doing. So thank you, and sharing this with your friends. This is how this thing grows. Let's see what I have here. Pick a card, Justin. 4 of clubs. Nope, that's not what I was thinking. Failed. Haha. All right, guys, I'm out. Have a good night. Cheers. There's Earl. That's where he left. Justin says, reminds me of an over-the-phone trick I know can also be done over message, even with a pre-recorded video. It asked me if I'm a vapor. Yes, I am. I was a smoker for a very long time. Don't start if you haven't started. Nicotine addiction is not a good thing. I was advised that this would be not safe, but safer than smoking cigarettes because of the release of different carcinogens and toxins that are present in combusted materials as opposed to vegetable glycerin. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. All I can do is listen to the advice that I was given from a trusted source. So, but you shouldn't do that. I'm not encouraging use of tobacco products, but I have them. I use them on occasion. Tia Leica says, check out Orbit's vid. He needs your support group. we all need to hug each other and just cry it out, man. It sucks. I'm trying not to feel disheartened, but it's getting to me a little bit. It's getting to me, it's hard to do. But whenever you mess with my money and my ability to do things, that's the one thing. Like, you can have a hard day or somebody didn't like a magic trick I did or, whatever. That's okay. but whenever it comes to taking care of my family, I take that very seriously. Justin asks or says, what do you all personally think of the Illusionist Company? I really like them. Very friendly and professional. Yeah, I like Illusionist. I've been buying from them since the beginning. Back whenever the King Rising Levitation came out, that's like when I first came in. They had the M5 and the King Rising Levitation. Brad Christian was still the head of the company. The Black Tiger decks hadn't even dropped yet. I've been following before. This was before the whole custom card market. This is years and years ago. I've been following Illusionists for a long time, and I really enjoy them. They do put out good quality products. I've been a customer there for years. I enjoy them, and every time I call up, I talk to a person, and they're always friendly. So, yeah, I like Illusionist. I actually like Illusionist. I like Theory 11, and I like Penguin Magic. Penguin Magic probably has an extra special place in my heart for a couple of reasons, but Penguin, yeah, but they're all great. They're all great. They all know what they're doing, and they're all doing a pretty good job at their own niche. It says, so there's a poem I can read to you that will put a thought into your mind. Is it by Robert Frost? I bet it's by Robert Frost. Don says, don't sell yourself short. Les Brown quote, shoot for the moon, because if you miss, you'll still land among the stars. I believe you can do it. Well, thank you. Thank you, Don. Yeah, I'm working on it. It says, no judgment. I used to do both. Did the video freeze for you guys? I smoked for like 15 years. And one day I suddenly fainted and I stopped smoking. It was 2 years ago. Well, good. Good for you. Fantastic. Don't do it anymore. Good to hear, Burn. The second part, that is. It's hard to stay clean. Mine can be very tricky. I tried to get you to bite, but you did not take. Sorry. I'm sorry. But it's what it is referring to is something that I am trying to recreate. He told me about it, and I guess I reminded him of something that he saw Brian Brushwood do years ago, and that I am going to be building and recreating. So hopefully that'll be fun for you guys. You know, man, I think for the next, what time is it? I don't even know what time it is. It's 11:18. We're getting close to the end here, guys. Okay, well, let's see. One last time, I'll just mention it because just in case somebody's popped on the stream since I've been here from the last time I mentioned it. But if golly, man, I can't get this thing. If again, if you guys want to support me in the channel and kind of this rough time I'm going through right now, there's some ways that you can do that. Some ways that will cost you something and some that won't. Affiliate links are great. They're not the best, but they're there. They do something. So it's a small percentage. Teespring, Patreon, and trying out Audible. If you haven't already, and I believe in the service. It's not like I'm just hey, look, they decided to sponsor me, so I'm going to talk about them. I listen to a lot of audiobooks whenever I drive. I go on long drives to and from Austin, of course, for Scam Nation, and to Houston and San Antonio. Galveston. I drive all over the state and then other states as well. Most of the time it's cheaper than flying if I got time to go do gigs. And well, there's a lot of open road and a lot of quiet time. And yeah, I could listen to music, but you can only do that for so long. So I listen to audiobooks to learn or be entertained while I'm driving. So I enjoy Audible and I use them on the daily. So I would recommend that if you haven't checked them out, you do. If you guys want links for all that stuff, any video description that I have on any regularly scheduled video, not my live streams, but any regular video, will have links to all the places where you can find all that stuff, and that would be fabulous. It would help me out a whole lot. So leaving that there for you. If you want to help out, if you can help out, fabulous. It would mean a lot to me. And there's never a better time than right now if you were trying to help support what I do, the work that I do here. So. Gentlemen, I am going to retire for the evening. I've had a very long day, and I need to do some catching up with the wife and prep for some family that's coming over tomorrow. So thank you all for being here. It's so wonderful to spend time with you. This is very therapeutic for me. Thanks for letting me complain and, and kind of get it all out of my chest. Earl, you're not here anymore. You left, but thank you for becoming a patron. I hope that you enjoy what I have on offer there and that you enjoy being my patron. And thank you very much for your contribution. I will see you guys very soon. Don, I see your email or your mention of an email. Please do. I will be checking emails and social media and stuff for a little while after I'm off air. So happy to still communicate with you guys. Peace, love, harmony, long live and prosper, and eat your vegetables, go to bed on time, don't toot in the car with the windows rolled up, and may your children be born with straight teeth. I don't know. That should be patreon.com/The Magic Minute. Basically everywhere I've got The Magic Minute. Nobody else wanted that thing. It was very easy for me to get that, either The Magic Minute or The Magic Minute Official on just about every platform and service that you can. Cheers, guys. Sam's Cola to your health. Have a fabulous night. Eat your vegetables. If you're gonna pick your nose, go to at least the second knuckle and brush your teeth. Floss, and not this kind of floss. The other one. Good night, everybody. See you soon.